Did it?
You are live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
How is everybody doing today? On this Saturday, May the 3rd, 8 o'clock a.m. Raining here in Alabama.
So tomorrow is May the 4th.
Well, I just hate that this couldn't be May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Because I like to say it.
You do like to say it.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Say it with me, everybody. Y'all don't. You might
oh goodness,
might wake your better half or just start to doubt your sameness.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
I wish I had like some Yoda ears I could put on Peaches or something for tomorrow.
Oh, I could probably fix you up.
That'd be good.
I could probably fix you up.
She don't need a lifesaver.
She'd
lifesaver.
whack Pookie with it, wouldn't she?
Yes, she don't need a lifesaver.
The other morning, I heard all this, all this growling and Kit cutting up. And I realized that I had fed Pookie, but I had not opened the gate to the pasture yet. And when that happens, Pookie wants to go back and see what Peaches has.
Yeah.
And I went running across the barn. I had buckets. I dropped my buckets and had to, tell Pookie, you're not going to have Peaches food. And Peaches was already telling her, you're not having my food. But yeah, that's how it goes. She needs a lifesaver.
Saver.
I said saver.
Saber.
Oh, I said saver.
Yeah.
She needs a lifesaver.
She needs that too.
She probably would like lifesavers. You bought some lifesavers the other day. They were really good.
I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you the last time I had a lifesaver.
Well, they were good. They stay in the door of the car, and these are like the breath kind. These are not the fruity kind.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to get a fruity kind, and reckon Peaches would chew it up. I don't want her to swallow it and choke.
I don't think she'll. You got to cut it in little pieces.
Oh no, we're not going to do that. We just going. That's not gonna work.
What I used to like is certs. I wonder if they still make certs.
I like Tic Tacs, but I ate the whole jar.
I still make Tic Tacs, but I ain't seen a package of certs. I couldn't tell you how long.
Were certs the ones that look like the lifesaver?
But it had the little thing in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. The green color or whatever. Yeah, they were a little too stout for me.
No, I used to like that.
I didn't like that.
My mama always had a pack of certs in that purse.
Well, what would happen is the end of the package would kind of go away, and then that cert that was on the outside would be kind of brown. You always threw it away.
I had to fold that package over because it's like aluminum foil.
The longer it stayed in that purse without being consumed, the more chance it had to just wither away. So everybody probably wants to know about the elephant in the room, and that is my hand.
Your hand.
A new device on my hand. I went to see the hand surgeon yesterday, and I will not have a cast.
No cast.
Oh my gosh. You talk about a happy camper. I was a happy camper, but I will be having surgery on Tuesday. Certs were discontinued due to the ingredients.
Well, I imagine that.
I will be having surgery on Tuesday morning, and he wants me to continue to be able to use these fingers so they don't get stiff.
Right.
And I could have danced him a jig. I was so excited. It's awesome news. I did find out that I have a couple of more hairline fractures that do not need attention because they will be tucked away in this thing. And then when I get the pins, it'll be something different. But still something similar to this. So, yeah. No, I haven't had the surgery yet.
No surgery yet.
Laurie thinks that I had the surgery. No, surgery will be Tuesday. So
they are putting pins in.
They're putting pins in, 2 pins from what I'm told. And, he said if he gets in there and he sees that it needs a plate, he'll do that. But
do they put you under for that?
Oh, yes, sir.
So you're all the way under.
All the way.
They don't numb you out.
I had to have an EKG yesterday. I had to have lab work. And the bad thing is I can't take my autoimmune meds for 2 weeks. That's what I was trying to tell you downstairs.
Oh.
So let's hope for no, relapse or whatever. I hope the meds keep working because we're going too good to make that stop.
I know it.
We don't know what time. They'll call me Monday with a time.
Of what time the surgery is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I figured out after I got home, Mary Carl went with me yesterday to the doctor's appointment. And I had to go to a different location to have lab work done. But I figured out that the place I had the lab work done is where the surgery will be done, and it's easy to get to. So you're in luck.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Gotta have you with me on Tuesday. Mary Cross says she's not going for that.
She's not gonna stay.
She's not going for the surgery. She's just gonna help me when I get home.
That'll probably take a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Just recovery. You got to get in, got to get woke up. And who wants to sit there and wait for somebody?
Yeah.
You probably don't. I can take an Uber if you want me to.
Sorry, we're good.
Yeah, they made me sign saying I would have somebody with me.
What the driver?
A driver. Well, she can drive me, but
that's what they called me at the other
on.
thing we went. They called me driver. They didn't call me by my name. I was driver.
That was at the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
This is different. It's obviously a different anesthetic because I didn't have to have a EKG for the colonostomy anesthesia.
Yeah, that was just a light.
Yeah, this is deep.
You're gonna be out for a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I said, "Am I gonna be in pain afterwards?" He said, "For a few days. You gonna?" He said, "You're probably gonna wake up several times in the night and need some medication." I said, "Well, I got a prescription for pain medicine when this happened, but I have not taken it. I've only dealt with Tylenol." And he said, "Well, that's good because you're gonna need it." So
hopefully not.
I hope not too, but that's all we can do is play it by ear. And I'm just happy. I'm happy I'm in this, y'all. That splint about got the best of me. My family told me to don't take that thing off because they were scared I was gonna hurt myself.
Oh, I was. My biggest thing is I was scared you was gonna bump it, and that had a hard piece on it, and that kept you from bumping it. And I knew if you hit that thing on something by accident, that it was gonna hurt.
Well,
but you did take it off the day before.
Right, I took it off the day before. I couldn't take it anymore. It was hurting. It was I mean, I knew it was swollen. It was too tight. So I unwrapped it.
It was way too tight.
And it's a good thing I did because my old buddy pal Catherine at G&G said that I had compartment syndrome developing in my hand, and people lose limbs over that. And that's like the first thing they teach you in nursing. And I'm glad I took it off because y'all, my hand, oh my gracious, it was huge. Yeah, it was huge on both sides. And
I guess that's why it was hurting too, because it was just getting a little bit
bigger
and bigger and bigger and
circulation.
Bigger. Yeah.
And I'm so glad I took it off. I'm so glad I took it off. How's the swelling now? Well,
it went down.
You want me to show you? I'll take it off.
It went down almost immediately.
Hey, I had to get Mary Carl to help me get this thing back on last night after I took it off.
Oh, goodness.
So let's hope. Oh, I can remember now. Y'all look. I mean, it is hardly nothing, but you can see how green and blue it is on my palm. This finger right here is the broke finger. This one's got a fracture, and then there's a hairline fracture somewhere in there as well. But see that crease down the middle? I think that's because when I was in the splint, I was like that.
Yeah.
And you can see that crease is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But the knuckles, and I don't even know if y'all can see it, but they're black and blue across there. But it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Now, how can I remember
Those two fingers went in there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, 2 fingers in here, 2 fingers out.
Okay.
And then your thumb goes here.
Well, I'll work on this while we talk. I knew this was gonna happen. I had to get Mary Carl to help me last night to get off. And I cannot remember how to get it back in.
No, yeah, that's your thumb hole.
I know that, but what am I going to do with this?
Those 2 fingers go here.
These aren't even the broke ones. This one's the broke one. Okay, so I'm going to go the live without wearing anything, and Mary Carl will help me when this is over. This is the same thing that happened last night. We couldn't figure it out. It's
That's
like,
how it goes.
No, you don't put the non-broke fingers in the hole. That's not going to help anything. The broke finger doesn't need to be hanging out. Huh. We had a challenge. It's okay. We'll worry about it later.
It's like magic.
Y'all don't look at my hair. I can't fix it. I'm thinking about cutting it about that short so I don't have to do anything. I cannot straighten it. And I'm not complaining because there are people in way worse situations. I'm just letting you know what my problem is here. The thumb goes up.
Did it go?
No.
I didn't pay attention when you got it off.
It's okay. Mary Carl will fix it. we got this. So how about my shirt? This is some new merch, and we'll talk about the rest of it later. But since y'all are asking, this is perfect. This is perfect. We didn't know I was going to get hurt, and yeah, I can't find where that place is. Ask for help or something, and that is exactly what I need to be doing.
That's how it goes.
It's not my pointers though, Jason, that go in.
Your other two fingers come out there, and your bad fingers go in there like that.
I will get it later.
I got it figured out.
I'm not going to bump anything right now.
Oh,
So the shirt is on the website if y'all want to go take a peek, along with a lot of other new stuff. And like I said, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We kind of hated to do this live and merch too, but it's just the way the ball rolls. Jacqueline has everything pre-planned, and we like have a printout through August, and we couldn't change the date of the launch. So
yeah, that's right.
We're not trying to be spammy or anything. We want to do our live, but we also want to go over our new products, which we're very proud of.
People are saying take a picture of it when you get it back.
Oh, Mary Carl's got a picture. She sent it to you.
But I just sat there and watched you take it.
She sent you the picture of how it's on there.
This is gonna bug me.
Oh, I sent Catherine a picture this morning because she had not seen
Mary Carl did send me a picture of it yesterday.
That's how we got it back on last night.
I think I'm right though. I think that's how it goes.
Well, that ain't telling me nothing, Dyson. All right, y'all. We're going to see if he can do this Rubik's Cube.
So it goes just like this.
This broke finger will not move. I cannot.
So your bad fingers go in there. Like this. Just like that.
How's my thumb going to go in?
Your thumb
See, this hole is
outside.
confusing.
The hole doesn't do anything.
The hole doesn't do anything. My bad fingers.
Yeah.
Go in there.
Yep, just like that.
Let me tell y'all, when the little fella, well, he was older than me, fitted me for this thing, he thought it was he didn't know where my break was. He hadn't seen the x-rays or anything. He thought it was a good idea if he took this thing and just tightened it. And we're talking and I'm going, and we got finished and he said, he's talking about his experience horseback riding. And I said, this thing's supposed to hurt really, really bad. And he said, where's it hurt? And I said, on my finger. And he undid it. And when he undid it, I said, thank you. Good gracious. I think he didn't realize.
Yeah.
The girl that did the x-ray said, have you seen it? And I said, well, I saw the x-ray. Mm-hmm. And she said, I want you to come here. And I went in there and she said, this is your break. This is the obvious break. And these are the other two that are, the cracks or hairline cracks or whatever. She said, girl, you did a number on that finger. And I said, yep, I'm just thankful I still have it.
Oh, well, Willie's sorry.
He is sorry.
He's sorry.
And was it night before last when he got spooked?
Mm-hmm.
You had the trough upside down.
Oh yeah. He didn't like that. He didn't like that. So I give them hay twice a day.
When they're in their pasture. They're out somewhere different.
And they're really not even going through one square bale a day because of all the grass. They're eating it at night, pretty much. And so the other day, it was supposed to have just a little light shower. And so it was empty. And so I just flipped it up because it is cracked.
And they weren't going to be in there that day.
They weren't going to be in there that day. And it still holds water. And that trough being upside down, he was like, this is different. This is different. And you put his food over there, and he wouldn't even want to go to his food.
Y'all, he was like, and he leaned his head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was on the verge of rearing up, trying to get.
He did not like it.
He did not like it.
So I went over there and flipped it back over.
In the meantime, I'm rubbing on it. I'm showing him my hand. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. I know you didn't mean to run with the.
Yep.
So I wanted to show everybody that this is how I had the rope in my hand. I had the rope in my hand. Of course, my fingers were closed.
Okay.
When he tried to take off, I grasped my fingers closed on that rope. And when he took off, it pulled those fingers.
Yeah.
I did not have the rope wrapped around my hand.
Wrap around your hand.
No, if I had, I wouldn't have fingers.
Yep.
Thank goodness I had sense enough to not know that, because,
That's right.
and I'm not saying anybody that didn't have sense. I know to not do that. And it was always fresh on my mind. Do not wrap a rope around your finger or around your hand.
That's right.
I wouldn't have had any fingers left. There's no way.
Yeah, that would have been.
It would
have. Do you remember our buddy Bert Osborne?
Yeah.
Who's a big horseman, and his horses are cutting horses or ranch horses. They're actually working horses. He works cows with them, and he had roped the cow, and he had his hand the wrong way or something like that, and the calf or whatever took off.
He's missing his pinky, isn't he?
I don't think he lost him. It messed him up bad. It pulled the skin and all. It was rough.
Well, I tell you what, I thought I could hold Willie back.
No, you can't.
When he decided he wanted to go, my instinct was to grab that rope tighter, and I did. And there wasn't no way I could hold that big boy back. And he's a little boy, compared to other horses.
Yeah, he's not a big horse.
I mean, Pookie would have done the same damage he did if I'd held on to the rope. So it's not his fault. It's not his fault at all. I don't. Horses or any animal is just unpredictable, and we signed up for that. They are just doing their natural thing. Yep. So no, I will not quit messing with horses. And if I do the same thing to my other hand, all I can say is I hope it doesn't. Hope it doesn't happen.
It can happen. It can happen quick. It can happen. And talking about, that's why we wear, or at least me, that's why I quit wearing a metal wedding band.
I quit long before you did. You were wearing a metal band when we still moved here, and I had quit a long time ago because I'd had so many instances where my fingers swole, or I did something to injure where I couldn't possibly get it back off. They cut my silicone band off at the emergency room, and if I had not, I mean, of course, it would have been a little more difficult to get it off. Right. I'm not wearing one now.
You don't need one on there now.
I don't need one on there now. I can wear one on my right hand. They'll think I'm engaged.
There you go.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, but yeah, I quit wearing one. I won't ever forget that I jumped up and grabbed, I was at church, and they had that metal awning that went from the educational building to the church.
You were at church and you were married?
It was a classroom.
Okay. Well, you had to verify that you were not married in high school, and I didn't know about it.
Oh, I had my class ring on. Sorry. And I jumped up and grabbed that awning, just being a teenage boy, and my finger got caught, and I was probably half an inch from being in bad. It hurt and it pulled the skin, but I was about a half an inch for being in big trouble. Big trouble. And I quit jumping and grabbing stuff at that point.
I bet your mom and daddy were happy you didn't do it at home anymore.
Yeah, probably so. Because because I used to have that Nerf basketball goal
above the door,
and I probably wore a gazillion of them out.
Yeah, every time I have to tell somebody what happened, they have a horse story to tell me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's been the doctor or the nurse or whoever I've come in contact with. It's a horse story. One of them was riding a buddy's horse, and they all went around the mud puddle, but his horse decided he was going to go through the mud puddle. And upon going through it, he saw his reflection in the mud puddle, and he went up or bucked or something, and the rider, which was the guy that put the splint on, went over the top of him. So,
yeah, horses are,
it's not just horses though.
I remembered riding and a flock of turkeys came out on a trail ride, and I was riding Sprinkles, and she did a 360 real fast like that, and I wasn't ready, but my reaction time was pretty quick, and I held on. And horses are unpredictable.
So, everything's unpredictable. Dogs, anything, anything. Even
That's
cats.
true. That
you
is
just
true.
don't know. So,
Mm-hmm. Roosters, chickens, and you don't ever know.
So how about Tater's new baby? Y'all, I tell you what, I was so thankful that we did not have to help deliver that baby and that she had it on her own and there were no complications. That's the biggest blessing that I could have asked for in 2020. Well, I could have asked for, period. I was going to say in the last 10 years, but yeah, it was a good thing that we didn't have to interfere. And while I wanted to see her give birth, I'm happy that she had it without us being there.
Yeah, me too. That was zero stress.
Zero stress for us, for her, for everybody involved. It was just, it was such a blessing that I went out there on my morning on the way to the doctor and saw that baby and saw him, standing up with her. I could not believe it. And as many times as I've looked at those cameras, and that's the way she had it.
Well, I will say this. So that morning you said, I'm going out there because I got a feeling the baby's going to be there. And it's like the boy that cried wolf because
it's happened so many times.
And I was like, okay, go ahead. You go on out there. I'm going to get the coffee ready and all that. You go on out there. And you did.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to get accomplished before I left out because I couldn't see her on the camera, but that was normal.
Well, I was in there making coffee and got it all done and ready, and I'm sipping it and got yours ready, and next thing I know, you call me on the phone and, oh, we got a baby.
I couldn't believe it, y'all. I could not believe it.
We got a baby.
And of course, I had one hand at that time, and here I was. Jason put a beaner clip on that chain. The chain goes in a crack in the gate, so it's not going to come undone. But he wanted to be double sure, so I had to undo that beaner clip and I didn't turn the fence off ahead of time.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm trying to duck up under the electric wire, do that beaner clip with one hand. I was hurting pretty good that day.
Yeah.
And then I had Dee Dee with me. And I didn't want Dee Dee to go in there because Tater, she wasn't going to be happy with seeing something that wasn't supposed to be there. Oh, I had so many things going on at one time. I should have just went back home and got you, but your mind don't work like that.
Right.
I had to get over there and make sure everything was okay. And he's a big boy.
He is a big boy. And I will say this, that, I was talking about how big he was in the last video, and some people were thinking that he's gonna be like Moody size.
Oh no.
He was a big baby, but he's not gonna be a big cow, or shouldn't be. He shouldn't be a big cow.
I also
or steer. He's gonna steer, cow, bull, bovine.
I saw some comments about as big as he is, and the daddy, the guy that y'all think's the daddy is so little. There's no way that he's Ferdinand's calf, and he's a split image of a mini Hereford.
Yeah.
There's no way he's not. She never got to another bull when she got out.
Yeah.
The gentleman had one bull. If she had gotten in with him, she'd have never came back.
And she's a big
girl.
For that mini, she's
the top of the level.
Right there. If she was any bigger, she would be just a regular.
Yeah, regular Hereford. Yeah. But she tops the scale at the mini level, according to Zoe, who did an actual measurement. Zoe at Chestnut Hills Farmstead is where Tater came from. They did not know she was pregnant, nor did they know Cinco was pregnant when she was rehome with us.
Mm-hmm.
She thought the grass was greener on the other side, and nothing they did would make her stay in there. So they made a good decision, and they rehomed her with us, and we're thankful. We're thankful they did. Yes, Nick and Zoe have been to see the calf.
Oh, yeah. They came that day. So they have seen her. I haven't talked to them about the size difference. I was there when Cinco gave birth. Well, Nick told me day before yesterday, I can't remember when, that he's as big as Bruno is now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, while I was there for Cinco's birth and saw Bruno firsthand, I can't compare the two because I just haven't seen Bruno since that day.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing: this calf that we have, this little bull calf, he's a hoss. His name could be Hoss. I mean, it would be very fitting. Now, I don't think that he's gonna end up being big. I think he was just born big.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I thought something was wrong with him a couple of evenings ago. I know calves will sleep like 20 hours out of the day. And so Jason's editing and I'm sending him text. I think something's not right with the baby. And he's like, what's he doing? I said, he's just laying here. And so Tater's off grazing, and it was perfect opportunity for me to love on him. And he wasn't moving when I was loving on him. And that concerned me too. But I think that that's their instinct, is to not move.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I thought, well, I'm fixing to pick him up. Is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick him up because he's not getting up. He didn't budge. He didn't budge. And he's thick. You cannot feel those ribs. That boy's getting a meal.
Well, then you told me, Jason, Tater came over here and made just a move. And he got up.
Yes.
And went over there and ate.
Well, Tater was eating at the time. I said grazing.
Right.
Tater was eating her dinner. And she got finished eating, and she come over there. And when I saw her coming, I backed on up, and I just watched. I was squatted down under a tree like she couldn't see me or something. And she goes, to him, and he was like, "Mama's calling me. I'm getting up." And he got up, and I said, "You little stinker!
Yeah,
you mean to tell me you capable of getting up this whole time, and you didn't get up?" And then it's like it's on. He starts running. He gets his food after that. You know, it's feeding time for him. So yeah, he is utilizing all 5 teats. I want to know if that 5th one's got milk in it, but I'm not gonna squeeze it.
Well, I say this yesterday when I fed while you were at the doctor. I felt over twice, and then yesterday evening she let me feel of her real good. She usually when I was, she would move or because she didn't like it, but I wanted to make sure there was no heat.
Right.
And so I feel she didn't budge at all.
You know, I think
I even squeezed the back one to see if I don't know what I'm doing. And
hey, you just remember, animals are unpredictable. Okay, I need you to have 2 arms and 2 legs.
But she didn't do anything. But there was no heat back there, and but I did check her, and I checked her the day before yesterday too. So, but we are watching that.
Yeah,
we are watching that because we've had, like I said in another video, we got several hardcore full-time, been doing it for years, cattle farmers or ranchers behind the scenes that have been helping us, sending us messages and text and all that kind of good stuff,
including Dr. D. So we're not in the dark on this. I promise y'all, if anything looks off, we will definitely get him some attention and Mama some attention if needed. And y'all know that.
Talked to Dr. D yesterday via text. So,
yes. Yeah. So well, everything's good. I will say that I feel like Tater we've never had a calf born on the farm, obviously, but we've had multiple goats. I feel like her demeanor is much like a goat after giving birth. So give Paris, for example.
Yeah.
After Paris gave birth, she turned into a much friendlier goat, so to speak. Tater was Tater was standoffish towards the last month of her pregnancy.
Yeah.
You know, I went out there multiple times and tried to put fly spray on her. There was a couple of times I was successful, but most of the time she said, "Don't get near me."
Right.
Don't get near me. But now that she's had the baby, she's like, "Come on.
Let's go.
Come on."
You want to ride me?
You want to ride?
Maybe we can have a race between her and Risco.
I ain't doing it. I ain't participating.
Oh,
but we are thrilled.
And y'all saw in the video, he's a mess. Come evening time,
I don't want to go home. It gets dark, gets pitch black, and I'm still sitting out there like,
I'm telling y'all, he is an absolute goofball. He gets to running, and the fun to me, I laughed so hard I was crying, and I saw several people say it too. But you know, you think of bulls, and people always have their projected on TV and movies and cartoons. First thing you think of a bull is, he takes that and he gets that foot like that. And he was doing that in some of that video. And I was laughing so hard when he was pushing that foot back, like, oh, it was hilarious. Absolute hilarious.
Connie wants to know why her comments aren't showing.
They're
Connie,
showing.
I see them. They're here.
Mhm.
You may not can see them, but they're behind. So, while you might have wrote this a minute ago, it's just now showing up on our end. Zoe said that Cinco is much more approachable now.
Really?
She has had the calf. She said, except for fly spray. And that's, certain cows are notorious for not wanting to be sprayed with fly spray. And our horses are very easy to spray with fly spray.
But we had a horse one time that, had to be careful with sprinkles.
Yeah.
She broke a lead rope one time.
She broke a lead rope, snapped it in half because of fly spray.
And I was being gentle and easy as I could be, but she did not like it at all.
So you just kind of have to know different animals' vices and respect them. There's a spammer, Cole something. There he is. There he is. Block him. They're right there. Right there. Get him. Get him.
It's so fast.
It's right there. You're on it. That's it.
I don't want to block the wrong person.
No, you ain't blocking. Got him. Here we go. It's just spinning.
It takes a second.
All right, we got him.
It takes a second. That's the second one this morning.
I do feel like that while Tater's going to be more approachable, every time we feed her, we're spending more and more time with her, letting her know we're not going to mess with her baby. And I think we'll be able to get more hand on him and realize that we're not going to hurt anybody. So, I just feel like this is going to be a good thing with going in easy and not going all in and feeling like we can just take her baby. We're not going to take her baby away from her.
No, not at all. Yeah, she's
And I'm also still stepping back when we.
I did yesterday. I was over there petting on him and loving on him yesterday, and she got through eating, and I heard her behind me. She didn't make any noises, but I heard her behind me, and she went.
She's
and I was like, you know what, girl, I'm good. We're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
I feel like as time grows near, and now day before yesterday when I was out with her, she brought him all the way up to the backside of the barn where the hay feeder is.
Yes.
And so, he's going to get up closer to us, and she's going to feel more comfortable.
That's right.
But that first week or so is going to be iffy for her and him. He's got to know. He looks at Moody like, "Are you my daddy? Because you are so big." Oh man. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny to see him look at the other cows, and the other cows could care less. They're just like, he's supposed to be here, and they don't do anything, which I didn't know how they would react.
Yeah, they don't even pay any attention. Zero. They act like nothing's changed. And I was worried the same way. I was worried that the other cows may react or whatever, but is Mildred a baby? Not yet.
She's not a babysitter yet, and I think it's more Tater telling her to get away from my baby.
Yeah, I fed yesterday, and Tater technically is the smallest cow here besides the new little fella. But and so Moody and Mildred will come over when we feed her, and then I'll give them a little bit of feed too.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they'll get done, or they think Tater's got something better than they got. Mm-hmm. And so they'll come over there, and I've tried to run them off or whatever, but they want to slip through the cracks. You don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Because Tater will absolutely separate them and get them, say, y'all get on now.
Tater's got a big old noggin.
She does.
And she swings that head, and boy, Moody and Mildred both scatter.
And that's it. They back up, and that's it.
And she's and I saw a couple of people say that they had calves all their life and they never fed them after if they had green pasture. Well, we're just doing what the vet told us to do.
Yeah.
The vet told us that, and Kalmbach told us that Tater needs good nutrition after she gives birth. And so we are making sure that she has good quality food. She has good green grass, and she needs that in order to produce milk and keep him healthy. Now, we won't be introducing food for him for a little bit, but Yeah.
He is curious though. He will go over to the little bowl, and I've seen him be, like he's grazing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the first time I saw it, I thought there ain't no way that little fella's eating grass, but he may be. It's not like it's gonna hurt him.
Yep. He's a mess. He's an absolute mess. But I am grateful everything did go smooth. I will say this though, talking about Nick and Zoe.
You gonna say something bad about them?
Yeah.
Because you need to wait till we're done.
Wait till we're done.
Yeah.
Y'all get off here, Nick and Zoe. So the day it happened, of course, you had an appointment.
Yeah, it was my first appointment with an orthopedic.
So you ended up having to go, and I was taking care of everything.
And I sure didn't want to go.
And Mary Carl went with you. And, well, I'm in the back filling up waters, and I look up, and down there at the end of the property on the side of the road.
Don't log off, Nick.
Was a black pickup truck. And I was like, who in the world is this down here?
Oh.
And you have to, all the gates have locks on them. But, I'm still like, is this somebody broke down? Or they got a flat tire? What's going on down here now? And it was a good little ways. It's the end of the property, 40 acres. It's down there. I could see it. I was like, who in the world is this down here? And I knew Nick had a black truck. And so I sent Nick a text, and he didn't answer me. And I'm like, what in the world's going on down here? So I'm about to head that way to see what's going on. These people need some help. Are they some followers decided that they're gonna stop way down there on my property and are looking at something, or I just didn't know. And by that time, which seemed like 30 minutes, but it really wasn't. It was like 30 seconds, I guess. It was probably about a minute. It was Nick. You had sent Nick and Zoe a message and told them that if y'all want to go look, if y'all want to go peek at the baby. Well, Nick didn't. He thought I may have gone with you, and he didn't want to bother or come in the front gate,
right.
Because, Nick's got the code, and, he didn't want to bother anything. So he stopped down yonder and was looking at the baby. So, yeah, I was like,
I dropped the ball on that one. I just, it is what it is.
That's right.
I want to look at something real quick. You keep talking.
Well, I saw somebody ask about Ryan, the rooster, not the roaster. The roaster's doing well. He's doing good. And the rooster's doing good. Ryan is back in with the girls and has been for a good little while now.
So if y'all did not see Ryan, the roaster's ice bucket challenge, you should go check it out. Did he do it on YouTube too?
I think he's got it everywhere. I think he does. It's pretty good though. Pretty good.
I'll do that later. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's perfect for living in Alabama, because I'll just tell y'all, the Alabama River runs through our hometown.
Right through the middle of it.
Right through the middle of Selma, Alabama. So just about everybody spends a little bit of time on the river at some point. And Ryan did the challenge. I haven't seen Michael's. Did he do it? Did he do it?
Not officially, but he did do one that he sent me and Ryan as a joke in our little group text, but that's between us. It was
so he's got to do one publicly.
The one he did for us is that he did this whole thing. He's doing the challenge or whatever, and then he takes a little cup and it has like a dribble of water in it. And he dumps it on his hand. He's like, "Oh, it's so cold," and he just does this whole. It was pretty funny.
Well, that's his ice bucket challenge. Nobody said how big the bucket had to be.
I haven't seen Lester do it, so I don't know if Lester. Now, I will say this. I did ask my two buddies, Lester and Ryan, prior to tagging them in the thing, and they both said absolutely. So it wasn't like I blindsided anyone.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if Ryan did that to Michael now. I don't know. He may have blindsided Michael. Not for sure.
That's okay. It's different when you're sending something publicly and all the followers know about it versus doing something that makes sense.
And I will say this about mine is that there was 4 bags of ice in that bucket, but I was like, nobody wants to watch me pour 4 bags. We pouring. because it don't need to be that long.
Well, Jason was like, I'm not showing all that. And I said, nobody's going to know you put ice in there. If not, I just went to the store and bought this ice. I think everybody needs to know it.
I just thought, man, it'd be crazy pouring one bag.
No, we put 4 bags in there.
Another bag. I don't know. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. But I did show putting the last one in. And then I'm looking at the camera because I wanted to make sure I was lined up in the camera. And you're looking at me. And you're like, you got to move over. You got to move over. So when the bucket first does dump, I was just a little too far. But I had to step forward. And it still got me good.
Well, we had seen some videos of people that got hit in the head with a tractor bucket by doing that.
That was my biggest worry. That's why I even seen the video. Don't drop that bucket on my. There was one that. So when your control that tilts the bucket also is the same control that drops it. So when on a bucket going up, it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
But when you drop it, it just releases the pressure, and so it just drops. And so it would be very easy. It would be very easy as you're tilting that bucket down to accidentally go down a little bit, and it would drop.
And the whole time he's talking, I don't think I heard a word that was coming out of his mouth.
I'm glad you didn't.
What I wish we had done is had the bucket in the air before it started.
But I couldn't show putting the one bag of ice in there.
4 bags of ice.
I know.
You didn't show one.
Yeah. I wanted to show at least one bag of ice going in there.
So we did it. We did it, and I didn't hit him in the head.
Didn't hit me in the head.
If I had,
we survived.
We would have been in trouble. Catherine would be in big trouble, and Nick and Zoe too, because it'd take 2 to take care of everything.
Well, I say this the one I did see. I mean, it hit that guy hard.
Well, yeah, it's a wonder it didn't.
It hit that guy hard. And I will tell you, and Lester asked me this, and Ryan asked me this, how bad was it? And I don't know if it's because, I don't know. To me, it wasn't really that bad. It only lasted, almost like a half a second. So it really wasn't that bad.
Jason was in the middle of grilling some chicken that evening. Had you already started?
I think I was getting my grill ready. Well, it was chicken, so I was smoking it, so it was going to take a little bit too.
So he probably enjoyed that cool off.
And I did have my phone in my pocket. There's a lot of people saying my phone, but my phone's okay. My phone's okay. And we did donate money to the cause as well. Right. And I saw several people saying, not on my video, but on previous videos of people doing this, is why, what does this have to do with the cause? And what happens is this thing goes viral. So if no one says anything about it, then none of the donations are made. But when people start doing it, it boosts that up, and then it attracts people to the donation side of things, and they make the donation. So that's why it's done. If somebody said, well, just donate money, so it wouldn't go viral, and it wouldn't spread like it did. That's what happened with the ALS bucket challenge. I don't know how many thousands or millions of dollars they ended up raising for that. So that's why they do it.
Brenda, this one is for mental health.
Mental health.
The initial challenge, ice bucket challenge, was for ALS, but they have since transformed it to bring awareness to different causes. And it's
University of South Carolina that started it back in. That's why it's called the USC Ice Bucket Challenge this time.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I thought it was USC, like Southern Cal, like
South Carolina. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, in the instructions, if you're tagged, then you go through the steps, and the first one is to go and donate money.
That's right.
That's part of it.
Yep.
All righty. What else you got, Jason?
Well, I was going to talk about my roses. I've been showing them off lately. I tell y'all, I thought I was not going to have a good show again this year with the American Pillar Roses because of the mildew, the white powdery mildew. And even with it, they're still showing out, which means that if it did not have that white powdery mildew, it would show out it would be even better than what it is right now.
How is that possible?
Because the white powdery mildew deforms the blooms. And it makes them light pink. That American Pillar is a hot pink rose, and it will get, it's a lot bigger bloom than what's forming. It's just so many of them that it's doing well. what's cool to me is all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of messages about American Pillar Roses. If they want to grow American Pillar Roses, what kind of rose is that? Where can I get it? Which I've never had before. Never. I don't think I've had anybody ever asking me about an American Pillar Rose. But I love that because that is a very old rose, very old. So it is starting to get some love.
Oh, you just wait till it grows across that little wire we got up there.
Which will be next year.
Next year, I anticipate it's going to cover next year.
Well, I showed you a picture
of last year.
And even the drift roses on the bank. Last year, you could see the actual mounds of roses on the bank of where the drift roses are, and there's 2 foot in between them.
We can't put pine straw out now. There's no room to put pine straw around them.
Fully just,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, which is unreal. And the American Pillar Roses are.
I think we should share a side by side of what a year did.
I need to.
I can't figure out how to do that, but I would do it for you if I knew how.
But yeah, the American Pillar Roses are absolutely showing out this year. I'm not quite for sure how long they're going to bloom because those are a spring bloomer. And I'm guessing now Jason talked about that beautiful one he's got growing on his fence that me and you looked at. That I have no idea what the name is.
Well, no,
that's kind of it's
yellowy color.
It's yellowy orangey.
Yeah,
it's really beautiful. He said that one blooms for 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm hoping that my American Pillar does 6 to 8 weeks as well.
Jason,
huh?
When we get done here,
yeah,
I look like I'm looking at the comments, but I just thought of something. So I noticed. I saw a rose on the side of the road yesterday.
The red one?
Yeah. It's raining. I think it might be easy to get a little.
Okay.
We got to remember to do that. It'll be easy to dig up, I think, since it's rained.
The Albert Barbier rose that we got last year.
You sound so confident.
That is yellow when it's bud. Then it opens up to be a pale white.
That's the one we got on the side of the road.
We got on the side of the road. There's a bloom on one of those I just planted.
They're blooming all on the side of the road right now.
Have you looked at those over there on your mom's fence?
No.
They're 3 times bigger than they were when I planted them.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna really do well, and that rose will tolerate shade. One of very few.
Okay, so when I cut grass before my injury, I thought, how does he think this rose is going to grow on this shady area over here? And I just kept on cutting because I don't deal with that rose. I just cut the grass and carry on. But that rose that I see on the side of the road, there's not any other one that I've ever seen like it.
And you said it's red.
It is red.
Okay.
It is red as your shirt.
Definitely have to get that one.
It is very different, and it's a single one. It's like no other ones. I don't know how it could have not reproduced.
I don't know. And usually we've seen them around here, so
I don't know. But I will tell y'all this. I made honeysuckle jelly last year.
Yeah.
The recipe is on the website. And it is now time that if you want to revisit that recipe and go out and pick you some honeysuckle blooms, you will have to do it because I am not making it again this year. But it sure is a honeysuckle show here in Alabama.
I wonder what's different this year than it was last year.
Y'all, May Carl and I searched high and low last year to get honeysuckle blooms to make that jelly. This year, I could literally walk over. I mean, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. It's got to be something to do with the temperatures not getting as low, in my opinion. I may be totally off.
Maybe so.
That's what I think. Yeah. Y'all go make that jelly if you're looking for something to occupy your time and your hands, because you got to pull each little stem out.
I wonder if that means that if our dear friends over there at
Stone Hollow
Farmstead are going to have a good batch of honeysuckle jelly over there.
Here's a plug for them. While they are in no way asking us to do this, Stone Hollow Farmstead sells the honeysuckle jelly. I don't know if they've got it in stock or not. But it sure is worth it to buy it and not make it. I will tell y'all that right now. I thought when I saw that they made it, I thought
they got it in stock.
Well, here's the thing: is their website. They've got everything organized, and I don't know what that would be called. Let's see. y'all. Cannery and Pantry. I can't see, Jason.
can't
Is it
see it
spring collection? Probably.
Maybe.
Spring harvest. Floral jelly of the month. I don't know.
I don't know. You have to go over there and see the.
Oh, there we go. Champagne strawberries.
I think that's their monthly box.
Oh,
I think that's what that is.
it's the cannery is where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cannery. It's not preserved.
Several people said they bought it last year and it was really good.
It is good,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't attempt to make it again. I'll tell y'all that.
It was tough, wasn't it?
Fruit
It was
preserves,
tedious,
berry.
though, wasn't it?
It's not tough to make it. It's tough to get all those stems out, and it is well worth it if you've got a little extra in your pocket to buy it versus making it. In my opinion,
that's right.
Any kind of jelly,
unless
you just love to can, I would buy it.
Well, some people love to make jellies and jams.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, for those that love it, carry on. But if you're like, man, you don't want to sit over that stove all day and stir. And I've got so many recipes I want to make. And, well, I told you, I want to make them. And I'm going to have help.
I know. I help you.
On a rainy day.
On a rainy day.
Y'all might not be able to hear us. We'll have to do a voiceover because it gets loud on the roof.
Oh, man.
But anyway, Stone Hollow Farmstead. It's in Birmingham, Alabama. Well, y'all want to go over the new stuff?
Sure.
So we are changing things up, as you guys know. Out with the old, in with the new. We're trying to keep things fresh, and Jacqueline is doing a wonderful, wonderful job at doing so. Here's a new design that I'm wearing. These are available in a yellow color and a purple color. And then Jason has on the
Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake.
It says Cog Hill Farm Racing.
Cog Hill Farm Racing. That's perfect. You can see more of my shirt or his shirt on the website, www.coghillfarm.com. And then you have an option to go to the farm store.
Right.
Jacqueline's got it really easy.
She does have it really easy. And I will say yours is pretty cool because it says it's okay to, and each flower says something like be different, make mistakes.
Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Ask for help. Do y'all see that?
Change your mind, not know everything, start over.
And we all need to live by these things.
That's right.
I seriously advise everybody.
I saw Michael say earlier that we need to take Shake and Bake to the dirt track over there in Clinton.
They wipe everybody off that track.
This might be one of my favorite shirts ever, the Shake and Bake one.
It is perfect. It is so perfect.
I got so tickled when I saw it.
When Jacqueline designed it and sent it to us, I was like, that's it. That's it. You have hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
So, some of you, we're going to start with food because
we just got to talking about jelly.
Yeah, we got through talking about it. And I'm going to start with one. Y'all, some of these are samples that we got to approve. And so the packages are not like you'll see it, but it's what we have. So we had a lot of y'all wanting to know about sugar-free candy.
Freeze-dried candy. Yep.
Freeze-dried candy. And so Miss Rachel has gone above and beyond to create something that is sugar-free. It is strawberry taffy that is freeze-dried. And this is what it looks like. The most beautiful pink color. And I must say, Jason's not a fan of most things sugar-free. But this is good.
It's good.
There's you one.
And the strawberry taffy is one of our favorites.
Let me get a smaller one so I can still talk. Y'all, this is my favorite candy she's done. I'm not going to say this is my favorite.
And it melts in your mouth. This one's really good. Really good.
Really, the only difference in the sugar-free and the regular to me, what was it, Jason? We had decided that, but we had decided that there was one thing that was different, and it's very minimal. So this is the regular one. They all come out different shapes, different sizes.
We're good. This may be my favorite too. Yeah,
I know what it is. The sugar-free is not as pungent of a flavor. It's still strawberry, and unless you were eating one at the same time as the other one, you'd never know it. This is my favorite.
Okay.
The strawberry taffy is my favorite freeze-dried item thus far. Well, I guess since we're talking about flowers and roses, something we've been thinking about and working on for a long time.
Something I've been wanting to do for years that I didn't think ever would happen. But and this is the first one, and we're going to try to expand this if this goes well. And that is our own seeds. And this is a dwarf zinnia mix right here. And I will be planting or showing you how to do these in a few videos coming up. But yeah, this is Cog Hill Farm zinnia seeds right here. Instructions are on the back right there. And so we do have our very own seeds now.
And we did the dwarf zinnia. Of course, they can be planted in the ground, but we thought it would be perfect for people that wanted to use a pot and maybe just plant something small.
That's right.
And on your back porch, and then, or if you wanted to put them in the ground, there's planting depth. There's how long to expect them to come, before they mature. It's just a perfect pack. And of course, I can't figure out why I made the cover, but I'm glad I did. What you got, Jason? Oh, I thought you were giving me something. All right, y'all. Something I have worn for years. And this is something I never thought was possible. I thought that Miss Laura could not make me a personalized lip blush.
Yep.
And I asked her, and she succeeded. So all the time, this is what I wear. The lip blush, and it is just a hint of color, but I can't go without it. It stays in my pocket 24/7. I've never washed it, thankfully. I don't know how it would do, so don't ask. But what?
Go ahead.
It is just a hint of color, and it feels so good. Laura used some of our calendula flowers and infused it in some almond oil to make this lip blush even more personal. So it is available on the website.
Hand me the seed packet too. I feel a lot of questions about seeds.
Back into my pocket this goes.
So, does it have growing zones on it? I just don't know anything about other growing zones except for what we have here in zone 8. So I don't know if any seeds have growing zones on it, but it is 60 days to maturity. Zinnias are really fast, super fast. So they'll come up, and I'll show you in the videos. We're gonna get this going. And like I said earlier, if this goes well, then we will expand and then maybe do like next year, before the growing season hits, have a tomato, just basic. I don't
like a package, like a little garden.
But favorite tomato seeds, and then favorite squash and that kind of thing. But we'll see how this goes first. And this was just to kind of get our toes in the water per se, and then if it goes well, then we'll expand it from there.
That's right.
But if you ever want to know about growing zones, that's usually on the USDA site. They're really going into detail about that. And everything is on the website now too.
Dwarf zinnia.
Dwarf zinnias. They're not going to get really tall.
Dwarf zinnia, and we did that on purpose. So
we wanted people that can, plant in containers to have an option there.
And of course, you can plant them in the ground too. They're just if we did not do a dwarf variety, they might get leggy looking in a pot, and we didn't want that to happen.
I got this here.
Huh? I don't need to open it. Oh well. Okay. I didn't know you had that.
Our own calendula salve from our calendulas off our farm.
This is something that, I brought my bottle that I had on my nightstand because I didn't know we had another one. But Laura infused the calendula flowers that we had growing this past season. I freeze-dried them, got them to Laura, and she's been working on this for a long time. So calendula salve is what has put my hands out of the crack. Well, we're not going to say out of the crack house, but we're going to say out of the crack house. Put my hands out of the crack house, and this was the answer to that.
Oh, man.
So we do have a new couple of soaps that we want to mention. Since Jason has grown such beautiful roses.
Finally.
These have rose petals infused into them, and this is rose soap.
Called Farmer's Dream, which is after a gorgeous rose that I am going to grow here soon.
We don't
Oh, it
think
smells gusty.
we
up
don't
here.
think that there's a label on there that says "do not eat," but do not eat this. Do not eat this soap. It is spectacular smelling. And if you're somebody that doesn't want any kind of scent or any kind of fragrance or just that basic goat milk soap,
Yep.
we have introduced a new bear bar,
Mm-hmm.
and it is absolutely free
Scent
of
free.
everything. It's just goat milk soap, fragrance free. But these are limited. So if this is something that you want, know that once it's gone, these things are not made overnight. And I wanted to show the rose again because I'm so, look at how the logo on it kind of spark. I don't know if y'all can see it, but she's got like a, what is that called?
Don't ask me.
Some kind of,
It's sparkling.
I don't know if Laura's on here or not. It's some kind of powder that she uses. Is Laura on here?
I don't know if she might be. I don't know. I don't see it. This just stuff goes.
Did we go over everything? Okay. So, y'all, thanks to Jacqueline and Zach and Laura and Rachel and Roy and Ryan. Who else?
The beekeepers, Rachel
Well, I
and
said
Roy.
Rachel and Roy.
Oh, I was reading comments.
Okay. Mica powder. I think that's right.
That's what it is.
Yes,
like
mica.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So everybody has done a good job at getting new products.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to keep things fresh, and that is per you guys' request.
Yeah,
we realize, you know, most people are on a limited income, and we respect that. We don't want anybody to buy anything that they can't buy, but it's available for those that do want and can. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Absolutely.
No matter if you're just a watcher. Oh, water bracelets. I took a picture of it. I took a screenshot
those out.
of it.
I put those out in the last video. I used every one of them that I had.
Who said that? We need to thank them.
Gone.
No, it's not. It's Becky. Becky, thank you, because
they're on our website.
He cannot go without one of these.
That picture I took and posted yesterday was absolute true. That I had 3 waters going at the same time. I had 3 bracelets on. I did, but I had my bracelets on.
Jason Smith.
I had my bracelets on.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Sharpie, and I'm gonna write which one goes where. Okay.
I had them on. I was filling up Pookie's water. I was filling up the cow's water, and I was filling up the goat's water. All 3 at the same time back there. There's no sense of just standing there for 5 minutes. I got things I got to do. I gotta go.
Like leave the water running.
Gotta put them. I get them bracelets on, and look at there. That was 3 birds with 1 stone.
Well, I'm just thankful you don't have one on right now.
Everybody. I do. Don't think that throughout the several, especially in the evening times, I think, what did I leave on? What did I leave on? Did I leave this? What did I leave on?
He's impossible to deal with. Oh, goodness. He is impossible, but he needs those bracelets. And if you're one of those that leaves the water on, you need one too.
Yep. And also, in the last video, I had my backup sunglasses on, and because I didn't lose my regular sunglasses. It's because my regular sunglasses lenses are so scratched up.
I took care of that yesterday morning. I ordered him some new lenses for his sunglasses before I left out to go to the surgeon.
She did order me new lenses. I love those sunglasses. Sunglasses are expensive. Even cheap ones are expensive. And so you were like, I think we can get replacement lenses. And I was like, well, heck yeah, let's do this. And you found me some replacement lenses. And so, yeah, I'll be good to go. Hopefully I'll be here in a few days.
Well, I looked at the date, and of course I don't remember what it was, but it was a reasonable time frame.
Okay, good.
So you'll be able to see again.
Right.
Mary Carl and I stopped at, we were over an hour and I don't care.
That don't matter.
Mary Carl and I stopped at Oak Mountain State Park yesterday
Yep.
because obviously I was in Birmingham for my appointment. And, you know, she had her camera with her and don't see the shirt on the site. It's there. All the shirts are on the site. I looked before we came on.
Yeah, I looked too. You may have to hit show all. There's a spot there that says show all.
So we stopped at Oak Mountain and she had her camera and she has been wanting to see the vultures. They have one there named Princess, and Princess is a white vulture,
which
and
is rare.
Yeah, very rare. She's been there since I want to say 2009. All the birds there have been there a long time, and it was the first time that we had seen the other birds.
Hang on just a second. Hey, Tara, send a message, email to the orders at coghillfarm.com. She says she tried to order and says they can't ship to her address at this time. That's happened before in the past. I'll send them a text too. There's a glitch that happens sometimes. But go ahead. Talking about the
what was the bird that we saw that night that we went out and saw? It was an owl, but it was a different owl. It was not an owl that we have here. It was something from
over there
country. At Oak Mountain, the owl that they have on the end.
It wasn't the owl, it was that eagle that was massive.
No, it's not an eagle, it's an owl.
Okay, the eagle was from Europe.
This is anyway, we had only seen one bird previously and the screech owl. So actually 2 owls, I guess. So we go to Oak Mountain and she has her camera and we go trying to find these vultures. And I must say, while that facility is fantastic, there's not a lot of labels to tell you exactly where to go. So we saw a worker and we said, where do we go to see the vultures? And she said, you can either walk by going across the bridge or you can drive or you can take the trail. So we still couldn't figure it out. We drove to where we thought we were going. There was nothing there. We went back and we parked in our previous place. And Mary Carl said, okay, let's just take this trail right here. It said Treetop Trail. So we take Treetop Trail 3/4 of a mile into the woods. I'm talking about there was nobody near us and it was a storm on the horizon. I was, hesitant about doing this because it was 4:30 and we finally get there 3/4 of a mile into the woods. I said, Mary Carl, there's no way there is a vulture habitat down here because how are they going to feed them?
Right.
How are they going to trek this food all the way? Well, come to find out, you could park right there off the road. You didn't have to go 3/4 of a mile into the woods. Well, she saw Princess, and I saw, I believe it was Lucky. There was Lucky and Lefty. There were 2 barred owls.
Y'all, I don't know what's going on. People are left and right saying they can't buy anything because they can't ship. I've sent Zach and Jacqueline a message right now. So hopefully that'll get fixed ASAP.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are they saying anything? Have they answered?
Not
you might
yet.
want to turn your notifications on. So I'm like, Mary Carl, okay, so we've seen the 2 owls, we've seen the 2 vultures, we've seen 2 other vultures. How are we gonna get home? She said, Mom, what do you mean how are we gonna get home? We're gonna drive. I said, no, baby, how are we gonna get back to our car? Oh, well, we're gonna walk. I said, Mary Carl, this was pretty much downhill all the way here, but if we take this trail back, we're going to be going uphill the whole way 3/4 of a mile, which is not that far unless you got a throbbing finger.
Yep.
So we walked the road and we looked like 2 people that were completely lost. She had on jeans and I had on pants and a shirt. My back was soaking wet. She's carrying her camera and we're walking. I ain't walked a hill like that since I was 15 years old.
It was rough.
If I could have flagged down somebody to give me a ride, I would have. I know you ain't supposed to hitchhike, but I would have. She offered several times to go get the car. She offered several times to go get the car. And I finally sat down and I said, You cannot go get the car. You did not have a
man.
driver's license. If somebody catches you without a driver's license, you will not be able to get your license when you're 16. So she said, well, get up and come on.
Oh, goodness.
And I'm telling y'all, I was sopping wet, sweat dripping down my face. That was the worst hill I've ever walked up in my entire life.
That's fine.
Except for when we sat at the very top of the University of Alabama Stadium that time.
That was tough.
That was tough, but this was just that tough. And I was in my 20s then, and I'm almost 50 now. It was just like 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, it's
just
Oak
like
Mountain. It's on the mountain.
It was just like this, 3/4 of a mile up. And I thought to myself, Laura recently completed a half a marathon, and she was in North Carolina, and she had no problem going up those hills, and I need to get myself in shape. But we saw them, and it was fun. It was really fun.
I wouldn't have.
Goodness. Somebody said they just ordered without any problem.
Some people are still getting it though.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what the deal is. They'll figure it out.
I don't know what the deal is. I would have hitchhiked in a second.
Oh, goodness.
Why is it taking so long on orders now? It shouldn't be taking long. They're shipping everything out as it's ordered. Nothing's out of stock. So if you're having a problem, you haven't received something you've ordered, please reach out to the order email address. Doesn't like my address either.
See, it's coming left and right. It's happened before. And Jacqueline had to fix it some kind of way. I've sent everybody a text.
So we're just waiting.
We're just waiting.
I know that Jacqueline had something going on today and she was going to be out of pocket. That means not out of money. She might be out of money, but this means she's not available. We will let y'all know as soon as it's. I tell you what, let's make a post when people can order.
Okay.
I
don't know why some people's are going through and
some people's are going through. Some people are not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Somebody said my shirt looks pink, not purple. It's considered purple on the color chart, I believe.
It's kind of in between.
Well,
it's not purple and it's not pink.
Jacqueline gave me a chart to pick out, and I like this color. So whether it be pink or purple, we're gonna just roll with it.
Lester and Jamie are not having a live this morning.
So we can. I hope we didn't mess them up. I forgot.
Lester usually send me a text.
Okay.
If it would. All right, Zach said they're getting on it.
Okay, good deal.
Yep.
And he'll let us know as soon as it's fixed.
Yep. Lilac. That's probably more lilac.
Light lilac.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what color it is, but I like it. It's one of my favorite colors.
And this one is, I don't know if you can see it.
Vintage red, and it has a little black, like kind of a.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
The surgeon said that I will have surgery on Tuesday. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed about that, but I couldn't explain it without it. Well, we got a big event we are hoping to go to tonight. It is For the Birds. It is in Birmingham, and it is put on by the Wildlife Federation. It is a gala.
It is to help raise money for the rehab center for wildlife.
That's right.
And we donated a whole bunch of stuff there to help with the cause.
Yeah. The silent auction is going on now. I want to look at some of those things.
Oh, yeah.
So, our basket's actually in the silent auction.
Some of y'all like to win the basket.
I don't think they'll ship it.
Oh, they won't ship it?
I'm sure they won't ship it. It was quite a bit of stuff.
Okay.
But
y'all can look.
Yeah, you can look. I don't know what it's what's the address for? What's the address for?
I don't know what the address is. I thought you knew. You don't know the address?
You're in La La Land. Did he say he fixed it?
No, I'm getting texts from other people. It was
For the Birds, Alabama Wildlife Center, silent auction.
So what'd you type in?
AlabamaWildlifeCenter.org.
Okay.
So, will there still be a live on Tuesday? I don't know. It depends on how out of the...
I can prop her up like Weekend for Bernie's.
I don't know what time my surgery will be.
I can move her head. How'd your surgery go? It went good.
I tell y'all what, there will be a live. No matter what, there will be a live. Because it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm crying.
No, I think my
It does depend on your surgery.
surgery will be early. Oh my goodness! I don't think we're going to go to the gala. Formal attire. You don't have a tux, do you?
What's the definition of formal?
A tux. A tux is formal.
Oh, I can go to my buddy over there at the men's store.
She ain't gonna help me. And or business casual. Oh, goodness gracious.
Business casual. I can do business casual.
Well,
I can do business casual.
If y'all are in Birmingham, don't go. Oh, goodness. I was trying to look at the silent auction. Anyway, it's on their website. Jeez. Silent auction. There we go. I've been trying to find this attire for a week, and now I find it, and it says formal.
Or business casual. We can do business casual.
Well, the first thing says formal. That's all I needed to see. I can go to the thrift store and fix myself up.
Oh, I'm still laughing at Weekend for Bernie's.
We're going to do a live
Tuesday. I can wipe it off for you.
It might not be at 4:00, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Women's formal store. We don't have one of those. We don't have a women's formal store. I don't think. I never needed it. So don't you think we can do a live Tuesday? Unless I'm in severe pain.
Oh, we can get it done. We can get it done.
We can get it done.
Yeah. I'm going to put some pillows up there and stuff. I'll get you propped up.
Shush. It quit raining, so.
Oh, goodness. Oh, me.
We're going to go now. And I'm going to get Jason a tux. And I'm going to wear just what I have on because this is formal. This is business attire.
Reckon what time the men's store closes?
Oh, they saw the auction. They said the great basket for the auction.
Thank you.
Does anybody bid on it?
I ain't looked.
I need to look because there was some stuff there that I wanted to bid on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be some potentially stormy weather this afternoon. So we are playing it by ear. We say we're going, but if it's going to be bad, we're not going because Birmingham's an hour and a half from us. And formal attire means flip-flops. Clean flip-flops.
Oh,
Weekend at Brookie's. That's what we're going to title the live Tuesday.
Weekend at Brookie's. Oh, there's bids on it, somebody said.
Good. Good. Maybe somebody just bid on it.
So so we had no idea this thing was even going on. And then we got a email from the I don't know what's the president, I don't know what they call.
From the Wildlife Federation.
And the person that runs it, it's up to $80.
Good.
And they said that, we'd love to have y'all here. And then they get into details that somebody there is a huge fan of the channel. And that's how it came about. So it always makes my day when I hear things like that.
Here's the thing. So we were hesitant about going because it's obviously past our bedtime from 6 to 9. And I tell Mary Carl that there are going to be 10 of the gloved trained birds there. And she did not hesitate. She said, we're going.
We're back.
We need to go anyway. I think
that's our sign.
YouTube was trying to tell us.
Hey, Tracy.
Tracy, it just did.
Yes. And she did a reel yesterday and she's talking and she's back.
Good deal.
I was so excited to see that.
I'm so happy that it was frozen. It was frozen on our end too.
So we're get out of here.
We're excited that Tracy's back.
Yes.
And she is going to be just better than ever after she's completed her surgery. Tracy's had a rough go. So y'all go over and tell Just Dig It hello. And Tracy's a wonderful, wonderful gardener. What? Weekend at Brookie's? Wear my overalls.
Somebody said this former welder. Former welders wearing a bra.
Whoa, Jason. Formal wears wearing a bra.
Oh, I'm down.
Okay. So Jason will have a video out on Monday. I'll have one out on Sunday.
Oh gosh.
And we'll have Weekend at Brookie's on Tuesday.
Oh man.
End it, Jason. We can't keep going on like this.
Y'all be good.
Oh, we gotta do our coffee. Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think this afternoon I may watch the Kentucky Derby with Reska and Willie.
You think?
Yeah.
Don't drink any drinks when you're watching,
Oh,
because you might have to.
I got tears literally running down my eyes this morning. I do. Oh man, I'm glad we went over because that was a fun last 20 minutes.
It's gonna be fun Tuesday too. Whatever happens, it's gonna be fun.
Oh man,
We're gonna take a picture of ourselves all dolled up this afternoon,
and we'll let y'all know when
Mary Carl won't be in the picture though.
When Zach and Jacqueline get the website fixed. I don't know what some people are getting it. Some people said they still can't order. So I'll make a post about that.
Y'all stay tuned for fun times ahead. And thanks for the giggles.
my screen was freeze dried.
Time to go.
Y'all be good. Oh, me.